So Fusion Swap, at its core, it's going to be basically a a DEX, and DEX that plans to revolutionize how we see crypto in terms of trust and stabilization. Um, as you know, we have our core values of trust and transparency here at ValiFi, and we really want to push that into everything we built, and that is why we're building Fusion Swap the way it is. Basically, the mission of Fusion Swap is to really push forward trust and transparency, and also become basically the first DEX that will provide liquidity management and stabilization through SPA at a DEX level that any project can utilize as a tool for them to stabilize their project. We have also we have all seen how SPA has been doing in ValiFi. It's doing really good. We've been constantly upgrading it. But now that we're actually transferring to the core of a DEX, it's really going to have a lot more power to become even more efficient at everything it does, and just take even just do stabilization at a much better level than what it's doing right now. That is why we wanted to build it. On top of that, we really wanted to be as competitive as possible. That is why we introduced it with a no fees. This really shocked everyone. There's no fees for projects to onboard, and there's no fees for projects to stabilize. There's really no fees for anything. This is all service we're providing for free for the projects for them to use. There's still regular DEX fees that apply like any other DEX, and that's where ValiFi would make most of his money. Can you guys hear me good? I don't know, because I don't know if my internet's super good right now.
Yeah, we can hear you, bro.
Okay, good. Yeah, so it's a no fee model. It's really meant to just onboard as many projects as possible without really no. It's really a self-service process. We're really gonna create a wizard, and that wizard will guide the project to onboard itself onto a stabilized token, and how the process of adding liquidity and doing all that. It's gonna guide them through that, and it's gonna also calculate with the amount of money the project has what would be a good price to stabilize, or if they want to hit a specific goal for, like, example, a $45 token, then the calculations will be done to and spit it out to them about how much money they really require in in liquidity, and also in the SPA pool. We've done all this. Also created a dashboard that project will be able to basically see. Project owners will be able to see, their runway, everything, every possible information they might need about their project. They can see it there. Yeah. We'll be creating a thread on Twitter explaining a little bit more about everything about Fusion Swap, going into depth. And then later down the week, we will have another thread on Twitter explaining a little bit more about liquidity providing, and the Fusion token, which is coming. So that would be next week's AMA. We'll talk about, the allocations of Fusion token, and also the percentage that liquidity providers will make in the DEX. Again, this is really, we want to build a DEX, not a swap. So you're gonna be able to trade, USDC for AVAX, and AVAX for, and BNB for BUSD, like all these things. And this requires liquidity. So we really want to make it as competitive as possible for projects to, for people, for liquidity providers to come over here and provide liquidity in our DEX, because we would give them a higher fee. Yeah. That's basically an overview of Fusion Swap. If you just got here, the recording will be up soon after this AMA. We really just wanted to really share the idea, basically what we're building. It's really close to fruition, where we are around, I would say, 3 weeks out. In 3 weeks, we should have the product out, and it's looking extremely amazing. In this thread of Twitter that we'll be posting later, We'll have images of how the swap would look. You already got a little sneak peek on Twitter about the dashboard and how that's looking, and it's looking extremely well. We really worked really hard. Our developers are doing an excellent job. So I'm just going to go through the questions here that you guys might have on the Fusion Swap AMA channel. I saw that the advertisement for no fees for different protocols who sign up. Where will the revenue for ValiFi be coming from? So, like most DEXs, the revenue comes from volume of trading. That's where the DEX makes the most money. And also, you can do multiple things, which we would do. We would include featured places that projects can feature themselves in. Like when you would search for a new token, there's going to be spots there for people to pay a daily fee and be in those spots. Also in the features page. So we're creating multiple places where projects can pay to be advertised. But basically, DEXs make money on volume, basically traded volume. They take a commission out of every trade. That's what every DEX does. And same will be for Fusion Swap. So what makes our project different? I completely forgot to talk about the trust and transparency that we're bringing to crypto. So to go over that, we're building a system of partners for KYC, for audits, and those will be partners with Fusion Swap, and will provide badges to projects that have these, who have done KYC, who have done smart contract audits, and they will earn the badges. And then those badges will be displayed when someone goes to trade that token. And you can go to the features page and start searching for projects that have those badges. There's going to be 3 badges. One is liquidity locked. If their liquidity is locked, they get that badge. If they're KYC, they get that badge. And if they have an audit, they gain that badge. This is all to minimize the risk of people falling into scams. And this is the first ever in a DEX of taking on that challenge to really make sure that the consumer, the person who's going to trade the token, is informed about what the project has and doesn't have to ensure their safety. Yeah. So, we're going to have the features page where you can search through all the projects that are stabilized or not stabilized. You can launch regular tokens on Fusion Swap, and then you can go into your dashboard as a project owner, and you can fulfill these badges, and then those badges will give you a higher prestige in the DEX itself. People would look better, like people would look for those projects that have the badges. So that's also a way to encourage project owners to really pursue these badges, because the chances of someone trading a project that doesn't have those badges is going to be significantly lower than someone trading the project that has these badges for security and safety of the people. So we're partnering up with big companies that do KYC, audits, all that, and we would obviously, as we're partners, we make commissions on that, and then also we would make money from the volume traded. Every liquidity providers make money. We make money from commissions, and then also from the advertising spots that projects can purchase to be in the features page at the top, or when you search for a token to trade, it should be at the top. So different places where we can make money. So we're planning on launching on AVAX and BSC at the start. I don't remember what the standard's called, but it's the whole code and everything's written in the I think it's Uniswap library, basically making it so that you can basically deploy it in other networks very easily. So we could expand to Ethereum very soon, and also like Crow or any other chain that uses the same compatibility of smart contracts. So it's really going to be something that can be easily expandable to other chains to take more advantage. Yeah. So So the fees for the people trading the tokens will be less than than other DEXs, right? Um, there'll be regular fees for DEXs. You know, Trader Joe has their fees, PancakeSwap has their fees, Fusion Swap will have their fees. In the beginning, they will be a little bit higher. That's to pool people, liquidity providers, because when you get liquidity, people start following the liquidity. So if you really want people to trade on your DEX, you need a lot of liquidity. And then when you have a lot of liquidity, people start trading. That brings more volume. Obviously, with the projects onboarding themselves, that also brings a lot of volume because they're bringing their whole community into that ecosystem. So that's basically the goal: bringing in people through here and then bringing liquidity providers through there. It's not going to be a huge fee. It's less than 1%, per swap, like every other DEX. It should be fine. Again, those numbers, we'll have them next week, along with the Fusion token, what we plan on doing with that, and then everything else. So you're saying right before we launch, can we get big YouTube channels? We are working on basically the biggest marketing push in ValiFi's history. This is an insane marketing. We actually came across this agency. We're gonna finalize the terms with them, and the agency has a lot of experience working with big players in the industry, and yeah, it's going to be an insane push for marketing. It's really going to be about, Telegram groups, AMAs, YouTube videos, Twitter posts, articles in different websites like CoinMarketCap, trading.com, tradingview.com, and a bunch of other websites that will push Fusion Swap into the mainstream. Basically, that's what we're doing for marketing, and we're really, really excited. Yeah. So, our mentality is, if we do things right, if we have a beautiful product that people want to use, if we have a product that adds to crypto instead of removes, just adds to the overall safety and security, bringing people back into crypto feeling safe. I think that's what will set us apart from other DEXs. And plus the fact that we have SPA at its best at the DEX level, and then projects can onboard themselves really easily without having to have a meeting with us. It really just frees up the time of the core team. Instead of having meetings lined up, how many projects can you line up in a day if you have an hour-long meeting with them? So if you make it self-service and anyone can do it, it just becomes so much more scalable in a way. You can onboard a lot more projects per day than what your time constraints have for the working hours. So with that being said, I think that's pretty much it. We will have another AMA next week to talk about the liquidity providers. If you know anyone who wants to provide liquidity, they can make a lot of money with the trading fees and all that from Fusion Swap. So, and also you as a regular person, can provide liquidity also, so it's fine. Yeah. Oh, and we will also be talking about Fusion token, because we're planning on giving liquidity providers, the initial liquidity providers, some Fusion tokens, and we would also like to get this token into, Binance, KuCoin, and different DEXs. I mean, different exchanges. So that'll be something we'll be working towards. But yeah, a lot of information. We're just very, very excited and very happy about what we're building and what we're creating. The team is extremely, we're just super, super excited. I think this will be what ValiFi needs. And we'll continue to create more products, and even evolving this one. Fusion Swap will continue to be evolved and bettered over the time, with more features, things that everyone wants. We'll keep adding on, basically. But yeah, so we'll end it there for Fusion Swap. Now we can talk a little bit about ValiFi. Updates on Compound Button. We still don't have a date for release yet. Our developers, one of the main developers on the Compound Button, is going through some serious family issues. So he hasn't been able. We're trying to find someone else who can take over for him. Uh, just because we need that help in that sense to build this, to have the team complete. What does Fusion Swap mean for ValiFi yield boxes? Well, Fusion Swap will be the way of generating money to pay out yield boxes. That's basically the plan. Yeah, Fusion Swap is a completely different company that will be a DEX for everyone who wants to, trade there. Eventually, the Valley token will be moved to Fusion Swap. So instead of going to Trader Joe, you'll go to Fusion Swap and trade there. And yeah.
Hey, AV Edger C over here wants to talk. Do you mind if I bring him in?
Yeah, 1 second. Yeah, ValiFi owns the DEX. Yeah, obviously. Yeah, Aviator C, if you want to come in.
Never mind. He
Or if
put
you
down
want
his
to
hand.
type it out. Yeah, if you want to type it out, we'll answer. Yeah, ValiFi owns the DEX, and all the money that it generates, will be put through the splitter for development, for payroll, and then for the treasury, and they'll go through the same way that's outlined in our white paper, and that's how it will be.
As well, the white paper for Fusion Swap should be ready by next week. We're assuming Wednesday or Thursday should be done, so we can make it public.
Yeah, awesome. So we're still coordinating marketing to start reaching out to other projects. We do have one project in line that already would like to use Fusion Swap. We're just ironing out the details with them. But again, this is really going to be basically a self-service type of thing that you sign up if you want. You don't have to talk to us. Really, just going to be pretty easy with our wizard. That's something we always push for. I'm not sure if since we haven't signed any contracts yet to actually work with them. We're just in the towards the end of the talks, to figure out the packages that they're going to offer. I wouldn't want to share their name yet, but they're well known in the industry. I've personally met the co-founder of it, and they're legit. They work with really high end projects. Yeah, we really want to. That's the thing with Fusion Token itself. We really need to think about um how the launch will be of the Fusion Token. For example, if you do an ICO or an IDO, it will be harder for you to get into. Sorry, if you do ICO, yeah, like pre-sale rounds. If you sell pre-sale like X amount, X amount, X amount, different rounds. That will make it harder for you to get onto Binance, for example. Um, so like we really want to make this give it the best chance it has, and I think for that we'll have to do a fair launch. Just a fair launch. We launch at this price. No one gets in before, and people just start buying and selling like normally, and the price will fluctuate based on demand. But that will be the best chance we have to actually move it into a centralized exchange, like hopefully Crypto.com, Binance, KuCoin, and all these other exchanges. Again, we really just want to make sure. I know you're saying, will there be utility between Fusion Token and Valley Token? That could certainly be arranged. That's something we're not looking into that right now because we really want to give it the best chance it has to reach centralized exchanges. I think that would be pretty cool. Yeah, it might be expensive, but that's what we want to work towards. Yeah, there's a bunch of legislation coming its way. Um, yeah, we'll keep an eye out for that. But again, we're extremely excited about all the work we have done and we continue to do. Um, in the Twitter thread that we're gonna post either today or tomorrow, there should be images and showing you a little deeper look into Fusion Swap, understanding everything. Will basically all be there. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Having a great day, man. Um, we're really, really excited about this. We think this is the future for ValiFi, and we're really, really happy with what we're building. The quality of the whole website feels extremely well. Very, very high end. Just everything is lining up for this to be a success. We can't wait. We really can't wait. Yes. There will be ways to add LP. Yeah, we'll have pools that you can add LP and you can earn on transactions. So we're building what we're building now is the basic foundation of Fusion Swap, and then from there on we'll add on more to it. So we'll be releasing with pools, we'll be releasing with the swapping, obviously, we're releasing the badges, the features pages, and the whole wizard and dashboard for projects who launch their token on Fusion Swap. So it's going to be AVAX and BNB at the beginning. And then we hope to expand to Ethereum once the gas fees go a little bit lower. And but eventually we will expand, obviously. Not at the current state, there will not be a bridge, but that's something we can work towards. It will be more like if you want to swap tokens in Binance, then you swap tokens in Binance. If you want to swap tokens in Avalanche, you swap tokens in Avalanche. But again, this is just the beginning of Fusion Swap. Again, if you don't have a good core product, then no matter how many upgrades you do, it won't hit. So we're really trying to focus on having an amazing MVP uh, core product that works, looks amazing, people feel good using it, and then from there on, we'll develop more. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's why we're doing everything we can to set ourselves apart, including no fees for stabilized projects and also the whole trust and transparency thing that we from our core values in ValiFi are pushing forward to our products. So the badges, and then we will have obviously, which I think will be huge, is also the partnerships with big companies that do KYC, that do audits and all that. So they'll be partnering up with Fusion Swap to provide these services to projects. again, what we're building here is a service. You know, there will obviously be bad players in the space, and we hope that with the badges, it's a push in the right direction to minimize those scams, and people look for projects that have these badges. But again, we cannot stop everyone from just, you know, we will try our best to stop people from scamming people. But this, all the projects that launch on Fusion Swap, stabilize, they're not, yeah, they're not partnered with ValiFi. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're just using our service, but they're not. By them listing and being stabilized on Fusion Swap doesn't mean we approve of them in a way. It's just they're using our swap, they're using our technology and our tools that we provide for them, and that's it. Simple as that. Yes, please, everyone, do your own research. I think that's one of the most important things, and we trying to bring that forward in Fusion Swap by creating the badges and all this stuff, so that people with a glance they can see, oh, these people are audited, these people are KYC, these people have liquidity locked. You know, all these things. We're looking around 2, 3, 4 weeks, less than a month. That's for sure. Yeah. Yeah, we're really, really excited. This is insane. And the team is really, I just want to thank the team. We really, we've all been putting in a lot of effort to making Fusion Swap reality, and, you know, going above and beyond in everything we do to make sure that this will succeed.
Thanks, man. You too.
Yeah, we have all been doing amazing job, um, getting everything ready for that launch, marketing, everything. Yeah, the mods are doing amazing too, man. We couldn't run this without the mods. Absolutely. Bueno, guys, that's gonna be it for now. We'll announce next AMA for Fusion Swap Part 2, talking about liquidity management, liquidity providers, and tokens. And yeah, so that'll be next. We'll keep an eye out for the thread that we'll be creating on Twitter, so you guys can read a little bit more, see pictures for Fusion Swap, see little teasers and everything. We'll be also doing a giveaway there, very big giveaway. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for showing up at this unusual time. But yeah, so I'll talk to you guys in the next one. If you have any questions, don't hesitate. You can ask. Please do all AMAs at this time. Yeah, around this time they'll start to be. We'll see. But yeah, thank you guys. Have a great day. Great rest of your day.